Henry Cejudo versus Song Yadong is this weekend at UFC Seattle. I think Henry Cejudo is absolutely going to win.
I think Song Yadong is going to take the dub.
Let's put this up to a debate.
Welcome back to Split Decision. Let's get into it.
This is going to go down exactly like a debate. We're going to have opening statements, rebuttals, an open discussion, and closing statements. Since Henry Cejudo is the underdog, I will be going first. First of all, this is not part of my time, but I got the Henry Cejudo signed glove, a championship belt right here. Just to remind everyone that he is literally the triple champ. Let's not forget Henry Cejudo's insane career. Olympic champion, simultaneous flyweight and bantamweight double champion. He took the flyweight title off not just the divisions GOAT. We're not talking about his divisions GOAT. He took it off of one of the sports GOAT in Demetrius Johnson. And then he went on and defended against the stone cold legends at their peak. TJ Dillashaw, Marlon Moraes, and Dom Cruz. I mean, look at this resume, guys. It speaks for itself, but I know what you're gonna say. That was 5 years ago. This is not the same Henry, but Henry's last two L's came from Aljamain Sterling and Merab Dvalishvili. Are we gonna sit here and pretend that Song Yadong would even get close to beating those guys? Are we serious right now? Song Yadong is not on the same level as those guys. He's a non-threat on the ground. His only chance is a flash knockout. And when is literally the only time that has ever happened in Cejudo's career? Oh yeah, it was 9 years ago against the GOAT Mighty Mouse.
I just will say, man, you're bringing up a lot about the past. You're like an ex-girlfriend, dude. I'm just saying. Song Yadong, 27-year-old in his prime, chiseled jawline. Great body, looks just like me. He's a sexy guy, but he's an even sexier fighter, dude, all right? Cejudo, yes, absolutely, he's old, but that's literally one of the biggest points that we have against the guy, man. Even Vegas agrees here, minus 275, Song Yadong is the favorite. Not a pick'em, not a minus 150, 275. That means he's supposed to win decisively, quickly, and clearly, which is definitely what's gonna happen this weekend. And I know what your main argument is gonna be, right? You're gonna say Song Yadong hasn't faced anyone to the level of Henry Cejudo. Yeah, no shit, dude. He's 27 years old. What do you expect, dude? He's an up-and-comer contender in the UFC. He has to fight guys like Henry Cejudo to get to the top. Let's be clear about another thing here, all right? Henry Cejudo is slow. He's slow, he's old. Song Yadong, he's young, he's fast. Not to mention, my boy Henry Cejudo, he's got that ring rust out the dude. Song has fought 8 times since 2021. Cejudo only 3 times, man. Activity is a big factor here in the UFC.
Are you done yet?
I'm done.
I mean, that was just a whole load of I don't even know what you were talking about, and most of that was just BS. It's time for rebuttals. You're mentioning the Vegas odds. Minus 235, plus 250, whatever, this or that. Do you not remember what happened last week? RoboCop versus Cannonier? Vegas doesn't know. And not to mention, 2025 is the year of the underdog. We've talked about this. We made a video about this. 1/3 of all UFC fights, underdogs have been winning. Big underdogs at that. And you're saying that Song Yadong is only 27 years old. He hasn't had enough chances to beat legends, to beat good guys. As a matter of fact, he's gotten 2 chances. They've given him Sandhagen. They've given him Petr Yan. And they've also given him some big fat L's. And it's proven to the world that Song Yadong is just not ready yet. Last point here. You said that Henry Cejudo's slow and Song Yadong's fast. This is not a foot race. This is not the Olympic event that Henry Cejudo won a gold in, by the way, in wrestling. And that plays a big factor here because it does not matter how slow Henry Cejudo is when the fight is going to end up on the ground. You don't have to be fast when you're bear hugging someone and landing some ground and pound. And it's going to be a long and brutal night for Song Yadong. I'm not saying Henry's going to finish Song Yadong. I think it's just going to be a grinding out unanimous decision.
No. Again, bro, you just love to bring up the past, bro. You're literally like my ex-girlfriend, dude. You always talk about the past. Yeah, Cannonier won last week, but he actually fights, dude. Henry Cejudo has fought like once in the past like 2 years, bro. Henry Cejudo took 3 years off. He's not Cannonier. Cannonier's been so active, all right? And look, you bring up the losses against Petr Yan and Corey Sandhagen. He would have won both of those fights, man. Let me bring up the Petr Yan fight. He looked really good in the first couple rounds. He looked really good. And then he got screwed. But he looked good. He looked really good. And Corey Sandhagen, let's not forget, that was a doctor stoppage. Scorecards were 2-2 going into the 5th round. Song Yadong would have pulled it out of the fire. And let's not forget, man, you say he's not to the same level. That proves that Song Yadong is ready to strike with the elite to go up against the elite of the bantamweight division. You also bring up how Henry Cejudo is such a great wrestler. He's a Olympic gold medal wrestler. Look, man. Look,
Yes.
Song Yadong is a 75% takedown defense, man. Hey, I don't know if you know math. That means every 4 times Henry Cejudo goes in for a takedown, he's not getting it 3 out of the times, all right? And let's not forget, Henry Cejudo had such a tough time trying to control Aljo on the ground, dude. And look, Song Yadong is much more strong than an Aljamain Sterling, than a Henry Cejudo, dude. Let's get that straight, all right? Song Yadong is a muscle freaking hamster, man.
Okay. Wow. I'm sure a lot of you guys clicked off of this video just from hearing the spew of garbage. But let's head into open discussion here. I'm gonna start off by saying Song is stronger than Aljo. Are you kidding me? Aljamain cutting down to bantamweight is a feat of human nature that can never be described. I mean,
No.
right? Yes, dude. His squeeze, that's what he's known for. His squeeze, his ability to get on people's back. He can control anyone in the bantamweight division. You cannot compare Song Yadong to Aljo. That's just ridiculous.
Yes, you can. Have you seen their 6-packs? I mean, granted, they're both really ripped, but dude, Song Yadong has shown that he could absolutely ragdoll people. You remember that Ricky Simone fight?
Ricky Simone?
Yeah.
Don't bring up Ricky Simone
man,
that's gonna make a difference.
Ricky Simone beat Merab, dude. He choked out Merab, guys.
yeah.
Let's not discount the guy, all right?
MMA math don't matter.
It does here, bro.
Listen, Song Yadong is just another contender that has not been able to beat a big name in his career. Why would that change this week? His biggest win was against Marlon Moraes while he was on a Tony Ferguson-esque exit out of the UFC. 7 L's in a row. And Song Yadong was smack dab in the middle of that. How did those 7 L's happen, by the way? After Marlon lost to Cejudo. Cejudo is a career ender. Marlon was at his peak, and then he lost to Cejudo, and then got the Tony Ferguson treatment. And so you can't even give Song Yadong that win.
Yes, you can. Every win in the UFC matters, guys. Song Yadong hasn't fought the same level of competition simply because he's only 27 years old, guys. You know, that's really young for MMA. The dude has been working his way up the rankings ever since he entered the UFC, man, and he showed incredible promise facing off a guy like a Corey Sandhagen, facing off against a guy like Peter Yan, and stepping toe-to-toe with these guys, man.
You know what it is, though, dude? If Song was like 29, 30, 31, I'd be like, this is peak Song Yadong. But he's 27. You keep saying he's 27 like that. That is a benefit. 27 years old is too young. He doesn't have it yet. He's not in the peak shape of his career. He has a lot to learn. And going against someone who's a literal triple champ, the skill gap is going to show. Yeah, Song is going to come in more athletic, more cardio, you know, more tenacity to win. But in terms of a skill gap here, it's absolutely massive.
No, it's
not. We cannot deny this.
You know what else is a big gap? You know what else is a big gap? Is the age, dude. 27 may be too young, but 38 is way too old.
Tell that to Jared Kennedy. Tell that to Jared Kennedy.
Again, bringing up the past. Bringing up the past, man.
You're saying the past doesn't matter.
It doesn't
only when
matter.
I bring it up. And then you bring up all the past in the world. I won't deny it. Henry Cejudo is old. He's washed. I'll even say that. He's washed.
Wow.
He's not the same guy that I've been describing, but I will guarantee you that a washed Henry Cejudo is still light years better than a 27-year-old Song Yadong. Statistically, he's a nightmare for Song Yadong. Henry Cejudo is literally an Olympic gold wrestler.
If he's an Olympic gold wrestler, if that's supposed to be a strong suit, why didn't Merab pick him up like a rag doll?
Merab is a different beast.
Yeah,
though.
but Merab doesn't have a gold medal. Merab doesn't have a gold medal. Song doesn't have a young gold medal.
He would have if he wasn't working in the construction sites, you know, at the beginning of his career, dude. Resume is laughably not in the same conversation.
Clearly, dude, but it's because Song is young. There's a reason why Vegas and all the experts are picking Song Yadong. It's because clearly on paper, you look at his film, he's way faster, way stronger. You just look at his skill set, he can match up against a guy like a Henry Cejudo, who's looked absolutely terrible his last 2 fights, man.
I think we're just going around in circles at this point. Let's move on to our closing statements.
John keeps on saying that age doesn't matter. It does. It really does, statistically and in the cage, all right? When there's an 11-year age gap, the younger fighter wins 70 to 75% of the time. That is every time you flip a coin and you call heads,
Stop.
it lands 3 out of the 4 times, all right? That's a lot of times, man. I'll take those odds all freaking day. Not to mention on top of that, the speed advantage, the takedown defense, man. Song Yadong can absolutely neutralize all of Henry Cejudo's strengths. And with that, I mean, that's going to be more than a 75% chance of victory here. I'll take those odds all day. Cejudo's mind, he's not in it. He's not in it. He's 38 years old. He's triple C, man. He has nothing else to prove. He's out there filming movies, as we know from reports, just this week, man. His mind's not in it. He's looking to the next step. And with already 1 foot out the door, you know that never ends out well. With these older UFC fighters, Song Yadong is going to take this dub.
As you mentioned, what's going to happen to Henry Cejudo? if he loses. And I think that's a great point. This is a must win for Henry Cejudo. Why is he coming back to the sport? He wants the clout. He wants the money. He wants to stay relevant. It's a must win for Henry Cejudo. He can't go out there and lose to a guy like Song Yadong. What would that do to his legacy? I think that there's something in it. These champions, these world-class athletes have a big ego, and he's not gonna let that get crushed. Did we not learn from Cannonier versus Robocop? We can't just be saying he's younger this, 70% that. These stats come from cans fighting cans, not legends fighting legends. These stats are skewed. You cannot throw a flashy contender at a seasoned vet. I mean, this is not even the first time it's happened. Song Yadong has literally fought Sandhagen and Yan and lost. I could go on and on and on. I'll just end it with this. Henry Cejudo's resume speaks for itself. I just cannot go without mentioning one more time the stylistic matchup this is gonna be. Henry Cejudo does not need striking to beat Song Yadong. Henry Cejudo could have a no strike clause and still win this thing. You guys will see Saturday night.
That was split decision. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. You think that Song Yadong is gonna win, or you think that Henry Cejudo is gonna win?
If you guys made it till the end of the video, please leave a like and subscribe for more.
Stay tuned, guys. We're gonna be making our UFC Fight Night pick soon. Cejudo versus Song. But until then,
Sir.
peace.